Hey guys, welcome to the spoiler section of the breakdown. So again, it starts with, Ice Cube on his computer. He's in this single room for almost the entire budget film. They must have a great budget because, they don't really have to pay for anything. They just got a bunch of stock footage. They got like 4 or 5 actors, and this, I guess, filmed during COVID, because that can explain maybe why they filmed it like this and did some of this, but still not an excuse. Not giving it as an excuse.
Still bad.
It's still bad. And then, so Eva Longoria is on the computer, calls him while he's hunting for disruptor.
Seeing this shit.
He's doing his job, and she goes, "Oh my God, look at these clouds." And it looks bad. It looks like CGI. It looks like fucking AI-generated bullshit, or they play the same clip over and over and then make it look like it is a thunderstorm that is different looking. But it just looks awful.
It does.
Like, here's where you can get some credit if you get a good visual effects studio to do something. And there are people on YouTube that will do it for free if you promote their YouTube channels. And this would have been the perfect film for it because everything's on, on his computer. That would have made shit look amazing. But they went with this, whatever this was. Rich Lee's Eminem budget fucking video music producer guy.
Yeah, you see like crazy ass storms.
He must have did it himself.
The crazy ass storms, they look like shit, but they're supposed to be fucking crazy. He's like, "Oh, that's weird," and then hangs up on her. I was like, "You're not interested in that?"
He goes, "All right, that's crazy right there. Hold on, hold up."
I was like, "That's fucking ridiculous."
Well, she's also not like just random lady. She's like, "Oh, I'm in charge of this from."
She works at NASA.
NASA for some reason.
Her name is Eva NASA.
NASA Longoria.
NASA. It's literally in her name. Just NASA. And her name. Okay. Anyway,
it's not going to win any awards, Joe, but it does not deserve a 0 rating. Actors did their job and performed. It was entertaining.
It was entertaining to me in a "oh my God, is this happening" kind of
Maybe
way.
he will.
Good watch for the family. Very modern feel and enjoyable.
You would subject your whole family to
pretty
this?
decent movie. This movie
Send
is
the cops
great.
on the
Child Protective
I love this
Services.
and Twisted Metal.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute."
I'm just here to boost the percentages, laughing my ass off.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. And then so when we see the weather, he goes, "I got bigger fish to fry than watching clouds." He hangs up on her. What? Okay. And then he's going after Disruptor. He collects data. The Disruptor guy goes, "The government is collecting data to use against us, to censor and enslave us."
So
that's how you.
Ice Cube has been spying on his daughter for 40 different cameras and stuff, and just that makes sense. It definitely tracks. Disruptor said nothing wrong. This is the scene that we get where Ice Cube right clicks on the YouTube video and finds out.
He's like, "I got you." He's got his Office Max little button that he pushes.
Staples.
But
I'm sorry, Staples.
Staple.
That he uses for encouragement.
Who thought? Yeah. Ice Cube, that's the one for this role. Whoever thought that, genius. Because if this is anybody else, I'd probably give it I already gave it a 1, but it'd be worse. Because I think Ice Cube makes it slightly entertaining. The fact that it's Ice Cube. The whole time this opening sequence is going, I swear to God, for 10 to 15 minutes, there's a fucking phone ringing in the background. He's also downloading the possible locations, eliminating IP locations, and that sound goes... And it goes, and I'm like, ah! It's like the film is purposely trying to fuck you over. And I was like, someone answer the goddamn phone. And right then, and then finally they end the noise. Because he found, or he's like, or no, he does the drop down because he's got to get a drone to figure out what's going on. And there's a commandeer drone button. In the drop-down menu, it says commandeer drone. That's how drones work in the military. They make sure that you can commandeer their drones.
It's a new Chrome extension where you just add it and you can just hack. the planet.
They finally find his location. They zero in.
No. Why does he commandeer a drone, Alex? Because he hacks into his daughter's stuff. Because he's trying to figure out where his daughter's at.
It was a weird transaction. He goes to a coffee shop and then he hacks the coffee shop and he sees that she bought a muffin and on the screen, I shit you not, a little pop-up says, and the little line that goes to the muffin, it says 0 protein. And
no way.
It does, which is one that's not true because it
does have some protein.
It does. I mean, that's how gluten works. And then he calls her and he's like, "Hey, they got no protein. Go back and get a soft-boiled egg." And it's like, what the? It's next to the donuts. It's like, what kind of?
Dad, it does have protein. I think she even says it does have protein. Yeah. You don't even know what you're talking about.
She's like, I'm a doctor who I understand how shit works. You're just a creep who watches me poop.
He's been hacking her toilet. There's no fiber.
She leaves and she's texting her boyfriend, and he uses a drone to spy on a military drone, and then meanwhile he checks up on he says, "I miss you" to his wife, which gets not sent, and he listens to the AI voice that his wife would be nice to the kids. Meanwhile, he's being pieces of shit to his kids. And then finally we get the disruptor. Oh, he's like, "I got you." And then he sends the FBI after the disruptor because he got his location. So he gets this lady who acts tough, and she puts on body armor, and all the cops are getting their guns. Meanwhile, they're strafing each other. They're just open barrel strafing each other, not even using fucking trigger discipline because nobody knows how to fucking act in this goddamn movie. And then they realize, there, he's not here. He tricked us.
They all have body cams except for her. She goes in with her cell phone.
Her cell phone because she wants to be and she's not facing forward to record. She's recording
she's
her
looking
face.
at herself.
What is
pointing
this?
the gun at people
so that Ice Cube can still see all the makeup and the beautiful face. I don't know.
It's like, you have a body cam, but just
and she also has a body cam because later it does show she has a body cam. So she. What?
She just wanted to FaceTime with Ice Cube.
Okay.
If you have the opportunity to FaceTime with Ice Cube, you're
go
going
for as long as you can.
Oh,
Ice Cube.
They paid her to be in the movie, so.
Just then, that's when the invasion happens.
Asteroids.
Whoa! Graphics from Birdemic. Meteors fall, and the smoke is so bad, and it looks so bad. And Ice Cube's reactions are goddamn gold. This is the part that you just need to see. Oh, God damn.
I thought he was praying. He goes,
oh, coffee. At one point in the movie, there's a meteor that hits kind of near where he's at, and his building shakes. And the director must have been like, all right, Ice Cube, you know how in Star Trek that, the sets weren't moving. They had to tell the actors to move real crazy. So he was like, I got you. He flips his coffee cup. It's hilarious.
He would have burned himself.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of funny.
Got some cold ass coffee.
And then I don't know. And then his family's in danger because they're out in the middle. These dumbass kids are like, what is it? Let me get as close as possible to this fucking alien invasion. And he's like, get away from that! Don't get near that! Like he needs to say these things. It's hilarious. I don't know. Maybe leave your fucking room and go to your family. Before there was the lockdown, go to your family. But I guess he thinks he could do more good through cameras and cell phones.
Yeah.
And then when Dave is running, that scene gave me secondhand embarrassment because you can tell that it's like they had no budget, or if they did have a budget, they were spending it elsewhere, and they're just like, hey, man, can you make it look like there's an apocalypse going on? And he's like, sure, no problem. And he swings his phone, and you can't see shit. And then, Dad, oh, man, hey, Dad, oh, no. Oh, that's it. And it's just...
at least half a dozen times in this movie, someone drops the phone or the phone goes dead, and then Ice Cube is like, oh, no, they're dead. And then they're magically fine because no one actually dies in this movie.
1,000 times.
And then it keeps happening over and over and over and over again. It's like,
you're not dead. Just
so what's
stop
weird
it.
is he drops his
Stop
phone, and people jump over the phone, but they don't look like real shadows. It's almost like they're CGI shadows. Everything looks like shit.
well, he also knows that they're not dead because he's hacked all of their Apple Watches and knows what their heart rate is for all of these people. So, like,
we see a monitor,
and it keeps happening where it's like, oh, my daughter's dead, and then he checks her, and he's like, oh yeah, she's fine.
So it's just okay. Eva Longoria then calls him. And she's at the site of one of the meteors, and it's a rock.
Meteor.
And she puts her face in it.
Looks so bad. She keeps getting closer and closer. I'm like, why? There's no protocol here. There's no procedure. And then she touches this rock, but it is an unfinished CGI graphic shot where you can tell that she just put her hand over a green screen. It was just straight up green like that. And it looks so bad. And all you had to do was just film her in front of any rock in any park to actually get a physical rock. But they did a CGI rock, and it was so bad.
Yeah.
And then the CGI tentacle comes out.
It gets worse.
Worse graphics than Slingshot Cops, than Sex with Sasquatch or whatever you're watching.
Sasquatch's Wild Weekend.
Whatever. It is the worst.
Yeah. And then it's big. It's a big rock, but it's not like that big. And then outside of these like medium-sized rocks, these robots that are like
Massive.
10 stories tall and have 3 legs and like just spring out of them. It's like, how?
What are the rules of engagement here? Says the FBI agent that he sent to Disruptor. And then he goes, man, I don't know. Why are you asking me? Even though, I guess he's the most important guy because he talks with the president and all these other people. So I guess it's a legitimate question. What would the government have us do? So he doesn't tell her nothing. So she sits behind a car, not knowing what to do. And eventually she dies. So Ice Cube's responsible for her death.
So he goes back into a Zoom call with everyone important. The guy's still on the golf course talking to him.
That's right. That actor is the best looking actor that they got. He's like appropriate for his role. Unfortunately, they're like, all right, let's keep him on this golf course this whole film.
I mean, I think it's brilliant because if it's like, would you rather be at the White House, the Capitol, or like a military installation where these robot aliens are attacking, or in a golf cart, or like in a golf course with a cigar where
Sweet.
There's no, I mean, that's where you're gonna hang out.
It's true.
He had the best.
There's a beer cart, and it's just like, I'm gonna hang out here.
The son calls his dad, tries to tell him something important. He says, son, shut up, I hate you. And then he hangs up on him. And then that's when the helicopters show up. They're hovering over these towers. The towers haven't attacked yet. The tripods haven't attacked yet, but the helicopters show up, and that disturbs them, and they go, and then it attacks.
The lasers.
And the lasers are so bad. They're like white
Then the explosion looks
effect.
bad.
And all they have to do, and the reason why they chose white is because it's just easy to increase the fucking brightness on any goddamn scene for free. and Sheila, and he goes, Sheila, no! They killed Sheila, guys.
Cool.
I think that's the name of the agent, Sheila, because I think he screams Sheila, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Her name's Sheila. Okay. Sheila, no! And then we got various shots of the invasion and some of the... This is probably where they spent all the budget. They took, like, footage of, I don't know, Black Lives Matter or race riots or is countries having actual problems and then insultingly CGI'd tripods in the middle of them. Oh, man. It's bad. I hope none of this is like actual, I don't know, shit happening in Gaza or fucking missiles raining down. I don't know what this footage is from because I don't recognize it. But they definitely bought footage and then CGI'd them in a very poor way.
Yeah, I like what he did. Like, he's watching the footage. He pauses it. He just, like, clips the tripod, drags it down, and it gets a breakdown of everything, what's made out of, how fast it's going.
What?
And
I missed that.
That's the power of AWS, Joe.
I fucking missed that.
Yeah, every
it's
time
telling him,
he's dragged and dropped.
attacking the power grid, attacking this, and disabling train systems, and then so it's like,
oh right, he's like in a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
he's documenting what they all
He's bringing
do.
it all down. It's like, oh, do you get everything from
Stop that.
Okay.
AWS is real powerful.
Okay.
And then her daughter thought it was a good idea to approach one and call her dad. And he's like, get away from that. But then it shoots and kills people around her, including her. She falls, and that's when she's hurt. And you see this rebar just like go through her fucking thigh. It's in the middle of her thigh, up close to her abdomen. I'm like, what the fuck? This girl's dead, and she's pregnant. If you don't get her to a hospital, she's dead. And then Ice Cube does the stupid thing of putting her in danger without.
That's not the first stupid thing he does. When an alien invasion on Earth is killing almost everyone on like across the globe, he calls 911. It's the very first thing he does is call 911.
He's a moron.
Like, oh, damn.
And then he uses his computer to see all the hospitals are filled, baby. Oh, baby, don't worry. Oh, baby, all the hospitals are full, but don't worry. I'll take you to a secure location.
Yeah, I need you to run 200 yards to that car that I can remotely drive over to you, but I'm not going to do it because I want to see you run first because it's good for the baby.
So then he finally gets her in the car, and as he gets her away and the car drives away, he's like, crisis averted. He even turns on the AC for her.
Yeah.
Crisis not averted. She's fucking dying. And then she's like, Dad, you stop it, Dad. You have no power. You got to let go,
You have
Dad.
no power to make me happy.
You thought you have no power to make me happy. You thought you had power, even though you don't have power. And I'm like, your dad has power. He literally just hacked into a fucking Tesla car, opened it, and is hacking into everything.
Commandeering drones. He's talking to the president, and like everyone is like,
what are you talking about? Yeah.
Then Tesla's running out of juice.
So I thought that he would take her to a secure location. Now that I think about it, he doesn't. There's not a doctor at the secure location. So his daughter should have died. And her makeup gets progressively worse, like she's like dying.
yeah.
Yeah, she.
But she also, even though she I mean, biomedical sciences. She's a doctor of biomedical science. She's like, I'm gonna pull the rebar out of my thigh because I thought I could stop the bleeding. It's like, what?
I'll stop the bleeding if I pull out the rebar. What?
And then so she pulls it out, and then Ice Cube's like, put pressure on it, and then so the idiot boyfriend who works for Amazon
Clear tape, not even the good
pulls
tape.
out packing tape, and he's like, I got it, pops, and he wraps up her leg, and then she's fine.
It reminded me of
The rest of the
fucking
film.
Ricky Bobby. He's like, let me use the other knife to pull out this knife.
This was bad, guys. And then that's when Joe noticed the cars in the background are driving slowly on a normal sunny day, and people are having ice cream, and kids are walking around like
She's
it's
like, oh,
normal
there's destruction
Tuesday
everywhere.
in downtown Orlando.
Just don't look outside.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no destruction anywhere.
Then he hacks into his Amazon, her boyfriend, and the Amazon driver. Did y'all know that Amazon trucks have 17 cameras positioned in an Amazon truck? So he's like 17 different views.
So there's 7 cameras.
Oh, it's a
somewhere.
hilarious
Watching you pee
moment.
in a-
It was like,
in a bottle.
who is talking to me? Who is that?
That's
And
funny.
that joke was so funny that they replayed it at the end. That's your end credits. Who is that?
Mark's supposed to be the comic relief.
Yeah, he's the Amazon driver. He's the hero of the film. Anyway, the government has a meeting, and Ice Cube gives his speech where he's barely able to get through it.
He's just like, oh, well, they do this and that, and he's like, whatever.
They're destroying our systems.
That's
and
what he
everything.
sounded
Joe.
like. That's what
Thank
he
you,
was.
Joe.
That's exactly
Some
what
of
he
the
did.
words he was like struggling to read.
He's like, whatever.
From a piece of paper that he's reading from off screen. And then that's when they say the actual line where we're going to initiate a war of the worlds. And then church bells just start ringing randomly, and footage of troops marching. And I'm like,
And they were winning.
and we're beating them.
No,
Like
but
normal
that-
Abrams are blowing up single
But
tripods.
what did he say?
And on the map, they actually show that there's probably about 20 of them because there's like 3 here, and they're all converging on certain locations. But in the footage, we see at least 4 or 5 get destroyed. So, but then the line is there's we're beating them. Nothing can stop their advance. It's like literally one sentence is like we're winning, then the next sentence in the same paragraph, nothing can stop their advance. But if you just killed 3 of them and you showed 4 or 5 converging, you're stopping their advance. By the time they get to where they're converging, they would all be dead. Unless maybe the ghosts of their spirits and their essence will still arrive at the location. We cannot stop them. And then they realize they all converge on the locations and they put their tentacles into buildings because that's how it works. And they suck our data.
For a long time. And then we get to see the wonderful bars of them sucking our data. And
All systems have been drained. All of a sudden, we start losing the war. There are casualties everywhere, like soldiers on the ground are dying. Helicopters are falling out of the sky. Boats are being unboated.
Being flipped over.
Planes are hilariously falling out of the
The
sky
tanks
with no
all of a
physics.
sudden have no. The tracks are just gone. I was like,
The
is
tracks on the tanks are gone.
I was like, is that
Did you know
data?
that Data put together the tracks on our tanks? They don't
Wait.
revert to using World War II tanks. They don't revert to using any other technology.
You got some old school planes, right?
Apparently, our kinetic weapons no longer work because their kinetic weapons need to know what is in our Amazon carts.
I would have gave this an extra point if they said, "Oh, we can't do anything." They took all our data. The guy with the bazooka goes, shoots, and he shoots his own tanks and shit. It's like, "Oh, we can't find bazookas."
And then he looks at the LCD screen and it says data lost. Amazon data lost.
Yes. An extra point.
Bro, that sounds like a great film. Like if you turn it into a full parody, like Idiocracy kind of
Yes.
thing. Wow. Anyways,
That would've been better.
then we saw the Space Force data was hit the worst with all these red bars filling up with how much data have been stolen. It's not, this is so stupid. The CGI direction. It's not draining. The bars aren't draining. Our data's being sucked. The bars are filling of how much data has been lost.
Yeah.
It is 100%.
It's 100% lost. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this. Do you know how important Space Force is? Oh. Okay. His daughter then takes out the pole because she wants to stop the bleeding. Ava calls back. Oh, at one point Ava is overwhelmed with bugs because she gets close to where the data centers are, and she's like, "What are the aliens doing? Oh, they're sucking all the data," and the bugs start crawling on her. And she's
I
like,
didn't
"No!"
see that. I thought it was just like on the main camera. There's like a couple, and she's just acting like it. I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
'cause
she's saying the bugs are on.
Yeah,
her.
but you don't see
You don't see it.
anything.
She's like,
It's
"They're in my
you see-
clothes."
You see two come across the camera.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, they're everywhere."
It's so dark, I couldn't even see, so I thought they were on her.
No.
She said they couldn't afford it. Okay, but then when they cut back to her, she's alive, she's fine. She's like, "Oh, they're my pets now."
She's got a little SD card.
They were
She's
all
feeding
over her, but she managed to get just two in a jar.
Three.
Oh,
three in the jar.
Like, hey, look, I got some.
I'm
And
feeding him on this SD card.
And they feed on a little chip, and they're like, they're my pets. I'm like, oh my god, I'm in a fever dream right now. That's when I wrote. I was like, what is
Like,
happening?
oh, check this out. Zoom in, enhance. It's like, oh, they're made out of this.
Enhance.
It's like you go further in. What? They
And
have
this
blood.
film, it spells it out. I've never seen. You know how when critics are like, oh, the dialogue in this film kind of sucks because it spells it out for audiences. It makes you feel they think audiences are stupid, so they have to tell you the plot in exposition over and over. This is the prime example. This is patient zero, because for the next 30 minutes of the film, they tell you they're after our data. They could have just dropped one line, they're after our data, but like every actor in the film says that they're after our data just so that the audience understands what's happening. And I know there's still one guy out there going, what's happening? I don't understand why the aliens are here.
Data lies. It's say like a billion
I turned to
times.
Joe because I thought it was a joke. Like, how stupid could you be? I was like, Joe, what's happening? And Joe goes, data loss. Data loss. Our data has been defeated.
It's true.
They keep repeating what's happening over and over. We're in utter chaos without our most precious resource. They keep saying this is our most precious
Not water.
resource. No. And oh no! And then Ice Cube's all of his pictures on Facebook were being deleted. He's got to preserve his pictures on Facebook because the data's going. Oh no, not my quinceañera pictures. The fucking aliens are gonna come after all of our memories and our data on Facebook. They're gonna know what websites I visited. Oh fuck everybody! Launch the military.
The tripod's like, God damn, you nasty.
And they all leave the planet, and we won. Ice Cube figures out that Dave is Goliath at this point. I'm going to speed this up because I'm tired of this. Goliath, and about this time in the film, you're tired.
Yeah.
Goliath ability, it just spies on people's Amazon carts, is what keeps getting said. But finally, Ice Cube confronts the bad guy over it. He's like, director of the DHS, why did you authorize this? My son said that you knew about it. And they showed some of the worst archival footage with some bad Getty images with CGI plastered on them. Oh, we've met the aliens before in Roswell and the January incident and stuff, Procter and Gamble or whatever. And
Skinwalker for him. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
And so he's like, hey, why'd you do this? And the guy goes, you don't understand. Get out of here. I'm removing your access. So he turns off Ice Cube's access, and it turns off his internet.
He should have just shut down the whole building.
He did shut down the whole.
The power.
No, because Goliath's there. You can't shut off the power.
So he shut off his access code, and he shut off the internet. But don't worry, his son hacks into the internet. Even though the internet was shut off, his son hacks into the internet that was shut off, and he goes, shall we play a game? They're referencing better movies.
I've been watching you too.
And are you ready to join the rebellion? And Joe was like, no. Joe said no. I said yes. And then he backdoors into the fucking system, and his son and him together join forces. It turned out Disruptor was his son the whole time, and we already talked about that.
There's only 4 characters.
And he goes, well, what do you want to do about this alien invasion, son? And his son goes, we'll do this. We'll do a denial of service attack. And his father goes, a DDoS,
rabbit virus.
DDoS won't cut it. And instead, we got to do a rabbit virus. And I was like, a rabbit virus? But I don't think one guy's saying rabbit, one guy's saying rabbit. And we're
going to do this the old-fashioned way.
Guy,
give him a
but
tummy
it does
ache.
show on the screen rabbit. So rabbit virus.
Rabbit.
But he's like, I can't. I was like, DDoS won't work. We got to do a rabbit virus. His son goes, now that's what I'm talking about. And I'm like, no, you were talking about a DDoS attack, and your father was talking about a rabbit virus. So sorry.
That's kind of what I was talking about.
That's kind of what I was talking about. No, he's just happy that his dad is now on his side.
Yeah.
And then he can't write the virus alone. And his dad goes, don't worry, I got people for that. And he goes, Dad, your people suck. My people are better. And then it turns out that his people were not better. They sucked because they don't know how to fucking bounce their fucking IPs from a completely different area.
And
they don't know how to mask their own locations. So all of these much better hackers, badass hackers, have no idea how to hide their goddamn information. And they get blown up. Oh, no. They correctly send the rabbit virus. It does fuck up the machines, but then suddenly it goes...
The tripods
upload
detach.
paused or something.
Yeah. They get detached, and then they start flying
because they're
around.
not just robotic things, Joe. This is when Eva calls and she's like, I've discovered something crazy. There's goo inside the microchip,
if
and
only
they've got
I knew
DNA.
somebody
and
that knew DNA.
On her cell phone, she's zooming in so far that you can see what we are assuming to be DNA inside these micro robots.
It's a Samsung for you.
Yeah, we're great. No, everything in this movie is fucking Apple.
It is.
It's awful.
Oh, so the rabbit, that happens before they upload the virus because, they see it. And then they call up his daughter.
And they're like, we need to combine the rabbit with the cannibal virus that you just made.
What?
And then she's like, yeah. And then the son's like, don't worry.
Alex, what is her thing?
She has been studying viruses and the impact that they have on DNA.
Okay.
And then so she has developed a way to impact DNA through using viruses. And so... So
they do 2 viruses in this movie.
Yeah, there's computer virus.
That's how this is a better War of the Worlds than the other War of the Worlds.
Brings a family together.
And the son's like, don't worry, a DNA is a lot like code, computer code. So just send me over your cannibal virus, and then I will convert it
combine it
into a computer virus. Hey, it's done in 2 seconds. And then they're like, cool, how are you going to put it in the mainframe, Dad? And he's like, I don't have a thumb drive. And they're going to go like, well, you have a cell phone, and that's kind of what this is, and you got a little cord, you can plug it into anything at any time. You can just transfer information. But
they can't.
No, can't do that.
Awful.
Amazon.
So they do that. Meanwhile, Ice Cube uploads a tell-all YouTube video, and everyone knows what the director did. By the way, Chuck Schumer knew about the aliens. Wait, what? Chuck Schumer's like, the aliens are going to come if you do this. Don't do this. And then Joe's like, man, that guy's going to sue.
Yeah,
Did
I would
you get his
sue, too.
permission?
He's like, no,
I'ma
you
sue
put me in a
this movie.
shitty-ass movie. Get me
What
out
the
of there.
fuck?
Get me out of there.
And he's like, whoa, way to go, Dad. That's awesome, Mr. Cube, is all the black hat hackers say to him. But again, the upload
Your
freezes.
dad's cool.
Your dad's cool
And then
now.
they're dead.
The upload freezes because at first they're like, "Oh, you're with the man. Oh, I thought this was a safe space." I'm like, "Oh God." The upload freezes and all the aliens escalate their attacks. By what?
They should have called.
By detaching their heads and flying to the hacker locations.
They should have called Angelina Jolie and her crew.
Why?
They're the best ones.
Oh, hackers, yeah.
Yes, hackers for sure.
And so they kill all of the black hat hackers, and then they kill his son. Seemingly, he's like, "Get out of there, son!" But it turns out that
He did it before and he did it again.
yes.
So
Alex.
his son is in a different location, right?
Yes.
That's the reveal.
Yeah,
So-
he faked that he was at his house, and the aliens blew up his real house. And Ice Cube's pissed about it because he's like, "I don't have alien house insurance.
He does say that, yeah.
I don't have alien invasion insurance."
But all the other hackers' cameras go dark because they died and got blown up. But there's no reason for his son's camera to have died and gotten blown up because nothing happened to that
To
guy's
tug
house.
Oh, on your heartstring.
No, his camera glitched at the moment his son got up
Oh,
and walked out of frame
no.
because he needed to go to the bathroom.
To tug on your heartstring.
Oh, right, to tug on the heartstrings.
about family.
I don't think this film knows what a heartstring is. Anyways, so then they're gonna. So finally, Eva Longoria finds out there's DNA and they're alive, and then Ice Cube goes, "If they're alive, we can kill them." And I'm like, "Oh, you fucking bastard! Did y'all reference Predator? If it bleeds, we can kill it. If they're alive, so we can. Oh." They are alive, so we can kill them, is the exact line. And then the Amazon driver, is like, "Oh, all we need to do is reprogram the code to kill them." And everybody's like, "Yeah,
You genius.
you're a genius, man." And then like Alex said, they do it in 2 seconds. And the sequence will be translated into code and data is the actual line. It's bad. And then, so they do that. But while they're doing that, the government is doing their own thing. They don't know what they're doing. The government's idea is to send fucking B-2 bombers to bomb both DC and DHS
To blow up Goliath.
to blow up easier access to Goliath or something. Because they know they can't get to Goliath. Let's blow up DHS and they won't be able to get to Goliath. Even though they can get to Goliath. And they go, "Oh, no, Dad, they're going to kill you." He said, "I said I'd be fine." Because he wants to stay in the building and do the things that he needs to do. And he needs a thumb drive. And he's like, "You don't have thumb drives at DHS?" He's like, "No, motherfucker, this is the fucking most secure building in the world, and they don't allow thumb drives in here." And he's like, "Oh, no, well, I have a thumb drive. I can get you the thumb drive. It is the future of delivery with Amazon.com Prime."
But he has to do it through the order. He has to put
has
it
to.
in the cart.
He says, "I need you to place an official order on Amazon.com to activate Chimera." So he places, and so the movie makes a point of going to Amazon, ordering a thumb drive, putting it into the cart.
that he just so
In a-
happened to have in his pocket.
Yeah,
Same one.
the same one.
Okay.
It doesn't go to the Amazon warehouse.
Okay.
It goes to some random guy in a secure location with no doctor while his pregnant girlfriend, is bleeding out from rebar and duct tape. So then he flies the Chimera personally, the thumb drive personally to him. The alien tripods see a tiny
They
fucking...
wouldn't give a shit.
It's so tiny. This is the smallest drone. It's not a military drone. It's just this tiny little thing. And it just starts firing, and it turns into a video game sequence where it's like... and it mimics the game his son was playing. But it's not his son piloting it. It's the Amazon driver piloting it.
Yeah.
And then his son does hack into a military drone that does not use data, right? Because we've already established that human-piloted planes fell out of the sky because the data was gone. But autonomous drones, they're fine.
No data.
So he steals the autonomous drone, shoots
McDonald's
a few
Wi-Fi
rockets.
or something.
No, he can't.
McDonald's
he
Wi-Fi.
wants,
McDonald's
Wi-Fi.
he wants to shoot rockets, but he doesn't have any rockets.
He ran out. I think he shot
He
two
finds
down.
the password to McDonald's Wi-Fi, puts it in, copies and pastes. There's so many scenes of him finding passwords and copying and pasting. So he found a copy and paste of the McDonald's password. And unfortunately, although Dave works together with Mike, they aren't able to win because he shoots down 2 aliens.
And it rams one.
But it still, unfortunately, gets hit from the sky and it falls out. Doesn't wreck into pieces. It just simply needs to be turned over, which is dumb. And so then that's when we get
the homeless guy.
There's a homeless guy near it, and they detect him and they text him, "Hey, we'll give you a free year of internet." He's a homeless guy.
He's like, why? So the government could keep tabs on me?
So they're going to give him a $1,000 Amazon gift card, and then he does it because of Amazon. And he flips it over. And then we get more Drone the video game. And then there's a big explosion, and then the drone goes inside the explosion and then is inside the building and then goes up and down the office. And
Then Ice Cube gets attacked.
Ice Cube runs simultaneously. He's going down to the basement. It's the only
the
time
night.
he leaves the fucking room. I thought he'd never leave the fucking room. He does leave it once. And he's running, and that's when he fights a poorly. He's like, "Oh, Dad, they're going into the data center," and one little floorboard gets kicked up, and a bad CGI tentacle comes out, and Ice Cube kicks it and fights it. A poorly animated CGI tentacle.
Yeah, he gets away because Ice Cube didn't want to do any sort of acting in this movie, so he's like, "I'm not rolling on the ground with your fake tentacles. You leave me alone."
But then the next scene, he's literally rolling on the ground with CGI tentacles because he falls down. He has to crawl through a crawl space. Meanwhile, there's CGI tentacles wrapping him up and pulling him back. But CGI, I don't know. Ice Cube's so strong that he's able to plug it in.
No one told Ice Cube that stuff was going to happen in post.
The director,
he's just like crawling forward like nothing's a problem. And he's like, "Hey, I love you."
The director must have been like, I need to add something here. So he just adds the CGI, but it just looks like Ice Cube is struggling because it's just a small crawl space.
Not that there's tentacles holding him back.
Tentacles holding him back. It's hilarious. And it's very difficult to look at. You're looking at it, but you're not really processing
But
what's
you don't
happening.
want to look at it.
You don't want to look
You
at
want
it
it to be over.
Yeah.
And I at this moment I said, "Oh my God, I feel like I have a headache or something after that climax because it gets real loud, and then the machines are doing their best to stop him, and then they go dead."
He plugs in the doodad, and they all die.
And the virus,
Works.
the digital virus, infects the aliens digitally.
Yeah.
However, there's also a biovirus
It reset their DNA.
piggybacks on the digital virus
Yes.
and attacks their flesh.
Yep.
Huh?
That's correct.
Okay.
You got it.
And then they all die.
But you forgot the most important part.
What?
He only had 5 minutes before the bomber showed
Oh,
up.
shit. There was 8 minutes and then 5 minutes. And there's a point where they said, you only have 2 minutes. And me and Joe looked at the fucking
like,
clock.
it's been 10
it said
minutes.
1 minute and 47 seconds. And then Ice Cube proceeds to talk for 3 minutes and 57 seconds. The bombers never abort the mission, but
Nobody knew about the mission.
right. They only show this one scene where there's a helicopter hovering, looking at a thing that fell, right? But the helicopter pilots don't know. It could just, he's feigning, so I don't understand what's happening. No, apparently those helicopter pilots called into base command. Then base command called into high command. Then high command called into the president.
Fuck it
then
all.
the president
Bomb it.
called into his commanders. Then the commanders called into the B-2 bombers. And then the pilots received the phone call, and all within the span of 32 seconds did they decide not to bomb. And then we were like, what happened to the bombers? Because they kind of forgot that. But then they show later on, the image comes up, the bombers are leaving. And it said 3 seconds.
But who called them?
Right.
Who told them?
Do you want me to explain this again? Okay. I'll tell you who called them.
Who called them?
What happened was, I'm not going to do it again!
Well, how did they call them? All the satellites are down.
Yeah.
And our data is gone.
Because phones
And they
still
said, oh,
work.
How do these B-2 bombers fly without data?
Phones still work.
How do phones work?
I don't know.
How do these B-2 bombers fly and all the other planes in the
Because
world
certain
sink?
phones, they didn't say the phones turned off, did they? So the phones still work. It's just your phone is sapped of data. It's drained of all your metadata. So all the websites you visited, all the things you bought, gone. The robots, the aliens have that now.
Okay.
You can still make calls.
So how are these?
After
but you don't have
9.
data.
How
But
are
after
these
9.
planes flying? They don't have any data.
After
Right.
9 o'clock, you get unlimited data.
Unlimited data.
Only
After
certain
9.
planes fall out of the
Only
sky.
some planes fall out of the sky without data.
And some boats unboat.
Oh no! The buoyancy's lost because of the data. What?
I'll never get over that.
Like,
I'll
this
never get
doesn't-
over it. It's gonna
Guys,
take
like,
me
this
way
doesn't
too long
make sense.
to edit this video because I gotta put all these scenes in it, but it's okay.
It's fucking dumb.
Anyways, there's more important things. Okay, yeah, that's right. So they win the day,
Mm-hmm.
and then the government, and then he's happy with his family.
Well, you
Ice
think?
Cube.
You
Oh no,
think
he
he's
died.
dead. And the message that he was saying is, "God, it's hard being a parent." It's basically him reading.
All the
It's like,
pictures
I'm
that he
sorry
saved.
being a
They're trying to tug on the
helicopter."
heartstrings again. It's like
Yeah.
you have no talent. Please fucking stop.
It's like, I love you, kids.
And every kid gets a little thing. Oh, this guy went on to be a great hacker, and his kid's awesome. And then his daughter and his son, he's cool with his son-in-law and stuff. But then he's actually alive because the government calls him, and he's got a little window, and he's like, yeah. And what do you want? And then the golf course guy is in a car, and he's like, we need you to collect people's data. Only this time, it won't be invasive collection. What? Is that literally what he said?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest shit of it. What?
Well, there's secret data, Joe. It's like stuff you do in your bathroom is between you and you. And then
Jesus.
We want you to be ahead of this new
want a part of
division
that.
of collecting data, but the aliens came. Why are you trying to attract more aliens? Do you know? Did the aliens die at their home world? If you collect more data and start another data thing, isn't more aliens gonna come?
Well, they know how to defeat them.
But
now.
it won't be that much data.
okay.
It'll only be a little bit of data now.
Okay, a little bit of data, but he goes, no, there's more important things than watching an Amazon cart, than us watching Amazon carts.
The other thing, this movie doesn't work because one of the first things that happens when the aliens show up is a news reporter says that all financial data for the entire world has been lost and the world is effectively bankrupt. And then Ice Cube still makes financial transactions later on. And it's like, how? How, huh?
Yeah,
You're not supposed to think about that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what it was. It was a fucking Bitcoin bro movie because all the aliens showed up and they
Fuck you,
stole
aliens! You took my
they
NFTs.
stole everybody's Bitcoin
My
passwords
NFTs are gone.
and your NFTs, and then they left. Fuck. We'll never have NFTs or
The aliens would
Bitcoin
leave it alone.
again.
They're like, this data is useless. It has no functional purpose other than money laundering. So I guess we'll just leave this here.
Yeah, but he says, "Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna be watching you."
This
What a
movie
badass.
baffles me, and
That's bad. Who's bad? This movie.
I gotta go and order stuff on Amazon now. I don't know what the purpose of this was, but I found it kind of fascinating. A fascinating train wreck disaster.
If you've been thinking about canceling your Amazon Prime and they ask you why, just type in
This
War of the
movie.
Worlds. And then that's all you have to do, and they'll understand.
I have
Maybe
no
they'll give you
idea.
$1,000 in Amazon.
Yeah.
So now our review is as long as the film. 1 hour and 20,
Oh, my God.
23 minutes. Because I do a breakdown. When we do the breakdown, we talk about the whole film.
Brave
So
soul.
you brave souls that watch this whole thing, I don't know. I guess maybe I have to break this into 2. Because why would anybody click on an hour and a half video?
No one wants to. They want 1.
I know, right? I don't know what to do now. Anyways, but we did it. And then we have this for historical record, and now you do too.
Unless
the worst film of
the aliens
2025
come
so
and
far.
take all our data, then this video's
Our
gone.
most important resource.
Oh no, all of our YouTube video data is gone. I hope there's a sequel. Do they tease a sequel at the end?
No.
No, they do that stupid Amazon driver joke. What? Somebody hacked into my cameras in my Amazon van. And Ice Cube goes, "Hey!" I go, "Oh."
Yep.
Ah, 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, 17% audience, and now 1 out of 10 from the Angry Joe Show. That's it. Thank you so much. We will see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.